Gase on track to be the first Jets coach without a winning record in his first year since Rich Kotite in 1995. That one didn't end well. Since then, each of the last 6 Jet coaches won at least 9 games in their first year. 3 of them made the playoffs. So, Neek, I will ask you first, do you believe that the Jets are making the right move here by announcing publicly they're keeping Adam Gase not just through this season, but into next?
Yeah, I absolutely think they're making the right move. I think that he needs that vote of confidence in the locker room right now and amongst the fan base. I think that you run the risk of kind of falling into the sunken cost fallacy by just sticking with him for the sake of sticking with him, but I don't think that's what you're doing. I think in this case, there are many reasons to explain why this season went poorly and why the quarterback has not gotten any better. And one of those reasons is he had a rare, or not a rare, but an unusual illness to start the season. So I think whatever you believed in when you hired him, he hasn't disproven that just yet.
Schefter, I want to save D. Wood for last. What is your reaction to this? What were you surprised when we heard what Christopher Johnson said?
I think what the Jets are trying to do is they're trying to get Adam Gase to work with Joe Douglas in an offseason. They didn't hire their general manager, Joe Douglas, until the summer. And these two have a working relationship, and they want to see them work together. Maybe the move that the Jets should have made was if they knew they were changing GMs, they should have done it at the beginning of last offseason rather than wait to the end of the offseason to have Gase and Douglas go through the offseason together rather than have the GM you wind up firing making all the free agent signings and draft picks. But they didn't do that. So now they want to give these two gentlemen who have a connection time to work together in off season together.
That would be fair.
And then they can make a
Don't get me started on that whole thing, but go ahead, D. Wood. Anyone who follows D. Wood on Twitter, you're a former Jet, you care about this stuff. What do you think of it?
Here's what I'm going to say. Has Sam Darnold gotten better or worse?
Worse.
He's gotten worse. O-line was gotten worse since last year.
Yeah.
I thought the coach's job is to make people better. Okay? We can give all the excuses about injuries. They've had a lot of injuries. I'll give them that. Okay? Luke Falk, who was a quarterback at one point, okay, third-string quarterback. People talked about him. He was in Miami with Adam Gase. You can't get him coached up. We've seen other coaches get their backup quarterbacks coached up. I mean, he went out there and looked atrocious out there. I think the people, what Jet fans are really upset about is they felt like they were sold a bill of goods, that Adam Gase was this offensive genius, basically coming from that, Peyton Manning situation out in Denver where they had a lot of success. And it's not manifesting itself with the Jets. They feel like it's getting worse with the Jets organization.
I think it shows you how many holes there are in the roster and in the organization and how much work there is to be done during the offseason. As Mort said, they're the Noah's Ark of football teams. They need 2 offensive tackles, 2 cornerbacks, 2 defense. They need 2 of everything right now.
But I think that firing him is not a solution. It's half of a solution. And I think firing him now makes finding an eventual solution even more difficult. You can't bring a guy in, you can't treat a coach like this, bring him in, believe in him, and then bail on him after a season that's full of injuries and troubles, and then expect another up-and-coming, interesting, powerful, talented coach to be like, yeah, I want to sign up to be a part of that.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports, highlights, and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.